Reddit sucks, and there is really no denying that fact. If you want to experience what is effectively a cultural dead zone of dead memes, dictatorial moderators, and one of the most wince-worthy user bases on the entirety of the internet, you only need to look at Reddit's front page to see what you're looking for. This platform has gained one of the worst reputations on the entirety of the internet, and it's not hard to see why. If Tumblr was the birthing ground of bad hairstyle having, morbidly obese SJW feminists writing shit fanfiction and trying to get men arrested for breathing in their general vicinity, then Reddit is the birthing ground of morbidly obese, body pillow fucking neckbeards that ride a high horse so high it rivals the actual Trojan horse. The average Reddit user is self-impressed, egotistical, and fixated. They spend their day trolling the website looking for places to layeth the smackdown on unassuming internet users, because they genuinely believe that they are an authority on every topic they have an interest in, and if you disagree with them in any way, they genuinely think they are better than you, simply because you don't agree with them, and they are always right. God help you if you even dare venture onto a subreddit and have so much as a small, minuscule disagreement with the moderators, because they can ban you for no reason, simply because they see this as their turf. If you want to see a visual representation, think of that Breaking Bad scene where Walter White walks up to those guys in the parking lot outside of a Walmart or whatever it is and says, "You gotta stay off my territory." But then picture Walter White as fat as fuck and also holding a jizz-covered body pillow, and you'll know exactly what it looks like and what they think they look like in their own heads, because for some reason, Reddit moderators are obsessed with Breaking Bad. If a neckbeard is surveying the depths of their realm and they see a comment or a post that they personally disagree with, they tip their fedora from comfort mode to sports mode and begin vigorously tapping on their keyboards as they fire off effeminate, passive-aggressive insults like a little pussy. And then they hide behind the defense wall of reporting the offending post to the mods. Because in their mind, they've just earned themselves another family-sized bag of Cheetos for keeping their realm clean of the scum and villainy that is normies and dissenters. Pretty much all of the biggest subreddits are like this, and today I wanted to talk to you about one of the worst. AdviceAnimals, one of the most fucking stupid subreddits on the entirety of the platform. With over 10 million members, AdviceAnimals is one of the biggest subs on the entirety of Reddit, which would lead many to believe that this is also one of the best, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The concept of this page is that people take a picture of an animal of some type, type some form of advice or opinion over the top of that image in impact font, and upload it to the sub in hopes of getting those fat upvotes and tons of comments where people suck your dick because you're so smart and have commented something that no one's ever heard before, which is where the name AdviceAnimals originates. It's supposed to provide some form of advice while also being mildly humorous. Emphasis on the mildly. In fact, not emphasis on the mildly, because this page is very rarely ever humorous unless you're looking at it in order to make fun of the dumb fucks who genuinely believe some of this shit is actually good quality. The concept of this page itself is pretty harmless. Sure, the format is outdated and the idea is so vague that anything could be uploaded on this page and it would fit the criteria, but this page's problems are vast, and a majority of the issues are due to two of Reddit's biggest problems. That being the fact that, number one, the average Redditor is needlessly fixated on their own political views, so much that they are blind to the fact that no one other than them gives a sweet, sweaty fuck about their standings when it comes to political or social issues. If you venture into the comments on any random post, there's a decent chance you'll see people arguing about politics, even if it has nothing to do with the topic at hand. The second problem being that Redditors are oftentimes the least funny people on the planet, so the concept of jacking old meme formats means that you're going to see some real unfunny stuff. Can we also just quickly acknowledge the fact that for a subreddit called AdviceAnimals, most of the posts on the page currently don't even feature animals? Just a funny little detail that I wanted to point out. On AdviceAnimals, you'll find three kinds of people, that being number one, the people that actually uphold the concept of the sub by actually posting advice. And while the advice that is posted is usually common knowledge, these people mostly get a pass from me just because they're at least trying to follow the original concept. Secondly, and the definitely most annoying bunch of people on the sub, are the political posters. The kind of people that can't help but passively aggressively taking swipes at their political opponents, using outdated memes to feel superior to anyone that disagrees with them. These people suck, because regardless of their opinions, they clog up the sub with the same tired bullshit, when there are plenty of other subreddits out there that serve the purpose of political debate so much better. But really, it's not hard to know why these people don't just go there to talk about their base level political opinions, and I'll tell you exactly why. As mentioned before, Reddit is like a hive mind, especially with these massive subs. So these political posters post it there because, firstly, who the fuck is going to argue about politics on a page like AdviceAnimals? And secondly, because it's pretty much a massive circle jerk. They say the shit they think the largest group on the sub of people will agree with, and don't expect blowback. The other reason for this is probably because they also don't know how to actually make points without associating it with dead memes. They're legitimately incapable of correctly arguing their beliefs, because in some cases I don't even think they genuinely truly believe this stuff themselves. So to the people that do this, how about you grow a pair and actually post this shit in subs that have people that'll argue the points with you? Because doing it here doesn't make you look superior, it makes you look like a dick. And the last kind of person you'll see on this dogshit sub are the people who simply just complain about things and act in the most petty way imaginable. Seriously, if there's something stereotypical Redditors are good at outside of having a false sense of superiority, being obnoxious, grave-robbing dead memes, and liking the current thing, it's complaining. This sub is full to the brim with people just complaining about the smallest possible slights that usually wouldn't deeply affect a normal person, and acting like it's been done specifically to affect them. The kind of people who act like everyone around them is out to get them purely because things don't always go the way they want it to. If you were at the shopping centre and got stuck on the elevator for a few seconds more than you anticipated because the person in front of you didn't want to walk up the last few steps to get to the top floor, posting it on AdviceAnimals would probably receive tons of upvotes. You'd probably be one of the biggest posters on the page for that day, just because Redditors love complaining about the most basic shit imaginable. If you were walking down a nature path and you happened to pass by someone who was playing music from their Bluetooth speaker a little too loud, posting that on the subreddit would probably be one of the biggest posts of all time. Well, I say probably, but it doesn't have to be probably because it actually fucking is. Someone did genuinely post this to the subreddit, and it is one of the biggest posts on the entirety of the sub of all time. Someone complaining about someone else doing something that's not illegal simply because it kind of annoyed them. Seriously, these are the kind of people that like to pretend they're not petty. It's everyone else that's petty, it's not me. But here's a newsflash for you. If you're one of the people that do this, give your head a shake, because you are more petty than them. They might have done something that annoyed you, and sure, things like that are annoying. But you're petty because you hold it under your skin for so long. You go home, you make these little images, and you post them on Reddit for the validation of random dumb fucks online who are stupid enough to upvote it. You're petty, not them. And at the end of the day, that's really all that can be said about r/AdviceAnimals. It's a platform built on dead meme formats, passive-aggressive swipes at political opponents, and really petty complaining about minuscule issues that really, in the long run, couldn't affect anyone. It's one of the worst subreddits on the entire platform, and that's saying a lot because boards like Unpopular Opinions exist. It's got dictatorial and tyrannical mods, it's full to the brim with obnoxious people who have so much self-importance that is completely undeserved, and it's got all the hallmarks of a massive subreddit that over time has completely lost track of its original concept. And it's because of that reason that I felt it would be interesting to talk about it. But Now that the video is over, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I also want to thank you guys for the support on the channel pretty recently. It's been really, really nice. Have a good one, ladies and gents, and dog fuckers, you know, because I was made aware that in the comments of one of my videos, I believe it was it was the Kiro the Wolf video, someone was defending Kiro, and then their channel got deleted because it was a hive of scum and villainy. So, if you're still here, go die, you fucking dirty dog fucker, and see you, everyone else. Curse the trolls, peace everyone else.